And is on 5 Live
in
the Palace.
Yeah, he's been outside Buckingham Palace all week, and I think he's going to be outside Westminster Abbey tomorrow, and reporting on the response. Remarkable, hasn't it, to people? Yeah. And it's really obvious when you look at that queue. You know,
people are queuing them for the
stag weekend there recently, which I thought was the most possible stag ever.
What, in mobs?
So
right.
Oh. You say, well, I'll have one of those. I'll want that. You want that.
Rochelle.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emer. Emer, yes.
So Karen Pirie is a new show coming to ITV. It's a crime drama about a cold case from 1996 and a
First 2 eps of it, because it's based on.
It's quite different to the book. It stays true to the sort of core tenets of the book. Yeah. But the book was written in 2004 in the now to make it feel relevant. So Karen actually only appears in like 20 pages of the book. But Val went on to write 5 more books after. So we kind of took her and made her the central part of this series.
Oh, you're going to have to eke out the story.
Yeah?
So, yeah, go on.
OK. So Karen is put on this case because a true crime podcast comes out. Yeah. Because of the public response to realise they're going to have to reinvestigate it, even though they know there's not very much. They don't think it's very promising that it's going to be solved. So they decide to, because of the criticism of the original case, which is accused of victim blaming, Karen is very underestimated in that way. They think she's not got much of a chance, but she'll handle it for a bit. Is an amazing character. She's in her 20s, but really determined to get justice for this girl. And she can say...
Start it. Love. She'll take your...
I read it, I think, about 8 times.
Yeah.
So I kind of absorbed everything about it. And then there comes a point where you have to put it away because not everyone who watches the show is going to have read the book. What does this look like on a TV? It feels like you haven't seen before from a detective. So the thing that I thought was really different about her in the sort of canon of detectives, and a lot of them, I think, have dark pasts or are fighting demons or divorces and alcohol problems. And what I loved about Karen, and I related to, because when I was in my 20s when I started writing it, is that she doesn't have these force. A lot of older men do not believe in her, and she is really set on proving them wrong. I think I've been writing on it for about 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, on TV.
First?
Yeah.
Now a writer,
Well, I'm still acting all the time. You know, I'm in a show called The Curse on Channel 4, and I'm in this
very
one.
Very good, I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still very much am an actor, but I like to do both. And I found acting, it can be quite a frustrating job in that you don't get any control over what jobs you get, whereas writing and you get to have control over the whole world. So they really complement each other as
well.
Yeah, I am.
You get to...
Hard, though, becoming best mate.
Yeah.
And then, does everybody hate you on set?
You know,
they love her.
I was really nervous at the beginning because I wasn't in the first in the North Face gym, and you have a runner saying, come and... Quite nervous to assert myself for a long time. And I found that difficult, you know, to find my place in that position. And then my character, she's at home a lot, so she's always in her pajamas, and put my pajamas on and go onto set. I just felt so relaxed. I was like, oh, I know what this is. I know where I am, and just sat there and did lines with Lauren, and it was just such a relief to not have. Well, I still had the power, but I wasn't exerting it at that moment.
In it, this is from episode 2. Let's have a look.
Fashion item, isn't it?
Yeah.
Karen's.
It's pretty iconic. Yeah. We talked about every detective has to have an iconic thing. And hers is one bag.
The Curse. So we
yes.
Second, is it filmed?
To go and make it.
5?
Yeah, 1984, I think. Yeah. Or maybe, have you heard 85? Maybe it's 85 then.
84, I'm not.
There's no good music in 85.
Exactly.
Oh, OK, well, yeah.
All the classic hits in 85.
Let's say, all I know is my hair is going to be absolutely huge.
Good
yeah.
show.
It's such a dream to do. Those boys are so gang. It was amazing to see the response. People really, really enjoyed it, I think. We were all so proud of it and so happy to be doing it again.
Brilliant.
They've already said
we don't know yet. I've started thinking about it, but
yeah.
Yesterday.
Second series.
It's good to know.
You talk when you talk.
A couple of Old Town.
What are we doing about
Dermot book?
Emer, Karen Pirie started on ITV.
Yeah, don't. Lamb neck is one of those things that
so beautiful.
Yeah.
And because those spices.
Technical.
It takes everyone's.
You've enjoyed it, Tim. Afterwards.
It's not very forgiving.
Would you not have more?
His harissa so tomorrow. I want to just do it all. You can, of course.
In the UK, so we like
egg and the cheese. So Just never bust.
But I think Rick's watching at home and he'll be screaming at the TV, liar! So, cook very often.
Does
You know, we've got a really good system. I'm really good at buying a recipe and then presenting it to him, and then it's assembled in front of me, and it works for me very well.
does he enjoy it?
He loves it. He loves it.
But Rick is now on breakfast radio,
Yeah,
as we know.
yeah.
And so
bed about 7:30 every night.
just after Nationwide, and for our younger viewers. So when's dinner time then?
6:30, like bangers. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he chooses the time to cook because he's got to go to bed with it.
So